Leo, what's that I hear you say? Steve, flop your deck out on the table. Steve has got a deck and a new deck, and he's going to flop his deck out at the beginning and at the end of the reading for you. Let me hear you say it in the comment section, Leo. Steve, get your deck out. So Steve is definitely going to be flopping it out on the table for you, and we've got a few different spreads that we're going to be looking at for you. Four, you could be dealing with four. If I say four, you say Scorpio or Aries, and you could be dealing with it, or you have it in your own, or it. If I say it, you say Steve. So Leo, you can also watch this as an Aquarian. You can watch it as a Life Path 8, Aquarius or Leo, seeing if you represent any kind of same messages. Because when I call out Leo, it has a little 8 on the top of the card, okay, and then if so does Aquarian, okay. So you might know that by now, but it's very important if you don't, in order to catch up, because we're going to be doing something special next in March, actually in March, when we do weeklies, okay. So let's flop a deck out, let's flop a card out for you. Some of you could be very floppy at this time, I don't know, unless you're getting it on and banging it on like Mark Bolan, unless your name's Mark or Roland, okay. Rolex, some of you could be having Bolex, like, or having a lot of Bolex and stuff like that. You could be having it in your mouth and stuff and whatnot, and people do. But I definitely keep hearing Bolex, okay. So, unless you deal in antique watches, I don't know, but like watches, or a grandfather or a grandmother. Some of you look after your mother or your grandmother and an old timer. Some of you, it might actually physically be a watch, but it could also be where I'm watching over you, okay. So you could have ghosts, you could have Elijah, you could have spirits that are looking over you and watching over you. But definitely, I keep hearing to be with you. This was actually came up. Hold on, little girl, show me what she's done to you. Yeah, so to be, all I want to be with you. Deep inside, I hope you feel it too. So if I say it, you say Stephen King. So some of you might be writing a book or a novelist. But anyway, let's go on with the show. Something to do with around show and tell around a Libra or a number 2, and I'll show you, you show me, I show you, you show me. Whoop, can you see it? Can you see it? Can you tell what it is yet? Someone could be from Australia, for a lot of you from Australia. And can you see it? Can you see it? Right, so, I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, let's just get on. So give me a reading, give me a card, please, for Leo, please, for Leo. For Leo. Oh, that one flipped over. What does that say? Survival. Well, that's kind of like Leo energy, I suppose. Bear Grylls. Some of you might be into cars, or you might be grilling a load of food, cooking. This came up before, like a cooking show, or using herbs and spices around your cooking. And you're very kind of like avant-garde at the moment, Tyrone. Some of you could be called Tyrone or Tyler, even. Some of you are into tarot and doing tarot card readings, but I'm also hearing Bear Grylls. So some of you are kind of like grilling things on like a what do they call it? Like press grill. Ben. I'm also hearing the name Ben, but like Ben Foreman. Okay, is it a Foreman? Is it Ben Foreman? I don't know. But George Foreman Grill. So some of you might be doing things around George, a pub, a boozer, and you might go for a drink quite a lot. Some of you could be called George, or from Georgiana or Georgina. Okay, or Regina, Georgina, George. Okay, anybody beginning with G? Okay, or J. Jason, Julian, Joyce, Justin, Jackie, Jasmine, Jack, John. Okay, but like Bear Grylls. So some of you it would be like probably a Life Path 7. You could have it in your chart yourself. Could be a Cancerian. Okay, but it would also be like Grease Monkey, Gas Monkey, Bear Grylls. Okay, interested in a lot of like cars and mechanics and that sort of stuff. Unless your name's Michael, could be a Cancerian. Okay, anyway, don't you dare stop now. You will receive after you survive. Something about a will to survive, or like a will, or something that may be coming up to you around a William or Bill, or a will, like something around a grandmother or grandfather maybe. Do whatever the fuck you need to do right now to keep going. Stop the world. You got this. Just believe in yourself. Justin, Julian, Jason, Justin, Jack. Just believe in yourself. You can do anything. Okay, so it's a very good message for a lot of you. So it's kind of like, don't stop on the path that you're on. If you're on a good path and you're on a good roll, don't stop. If you're eating rolls and you're eating like brown bread and you're on a diet, don't stop. Okay, if you are thinking about giving up, which I don't think you are, don't stop is what they're saying, and do whatever the fuck you want, Leo. Do whatever the fuck you want. We can do this. Well, you probably got another one here. Steve told you I'm going to get my deck out for you, my deck. So we can do this. I do, unless you're called Ron, I don't know. Anyway, so there's your kind of like Steve's new deck. We're going to do this one as well. Sorry, I'm all in a fluster today, Leo. So survive you've got. So give me 2 other messages, please, messages that you've got for Leo. You really could be dealing with the 4. Laura, Lucy, Louisiana, Lucifer, Capricorn, Lulu, Louise. Okay. But yeah, you really could be dealing... what am I talking about? Let's see. Leo. What they got coming up, please, Leo? Let's see what you've got, Leo. Oh, look at those eyes. So I'm hearing Aaron, or running a lot of errands, or Neville, or Noel, or Nigel, or anybody beginning with N, okay? But like, look at those eyes, they don't seem to matter. I don't know much, but I know I love you. So someone here, like Felix, has got gorgeous eyes. I mean, look at those eyes. They don't even seem to matter, but look, and they're not like mine. Look at my mincers. Do I look like that? No, but this is definitely a feminine that looks like that. Okay. The fairy bee. My life is sweet as honey. I'm also hearing honey. Honeycomb. Glenn Campbell. Anybody Glenn? Anybody from also Scotland? Okay, but like honey, come back. I just can't stand. Each lonely day is a little bit longer. Colin or Day? Anybody called Day? Yeah, the last time I held you seems like 100 years ago. Some of you, someone's just got like, it's sweet. It's like really cute, really sweet, really kind, really loving. Okay. Sweet pea. Paul, because I keep hearing Paul Weller. So Sweet pea. Any of you out there Paul Weller fans? Sweet pea. So unless you're called Paul, Pauline, Joe, Jolie, Jodie. Let's see. Leo, what have they got for Leo? Someone's really sweet. Unless you're eating a lot of sweets and stuff. Dragon. Oh, someone had this before. Unless you're dealing with a dragon, that might be your mother. A new world is born. You got 4 and 5. You got 9. So it could be something around a Virgo here, or a life path 9. And you also have a 6, which would be either a Gemini or a Capricorn. Gemini or Capricorn. It could be a Cappy, is what I'm hearing. And then you've also got like a Virgo kind of placement for a lot of you. And a new world is born. So a world would also be like 3. So you could be dealing with a Pisces. There may be slight distance between you, where there are like oceans apart, or oceans 11 is also what I'm hearing. So you might be gambling at a casino, okay, but like oceans 11. So you could be dealing with a 2, which would also be a Libra, or 2 energies that come together to make a 2. Very important to know those about your life paths, because we're going to be doing that next week. Okay. If you don't, the videos are below, Leo. Let's see. Some of you could be into poetry. Leo. What else have we got, Leo? We haven't had this one before. Alice. So someone called Alison, Al. Ray Al's company, taxi car. Someone might be a taxi driver. Someone actually could be called Alice, but who the fuck is Alice anyway? Or Alison. Some of you could be listening to Alice in Chains, for a lot of you. Chains would also be Capricorn, for a lot of you. Alice is a sea of tears. In a sea of tears. Oh man, my eyesight. Castaway. Hold on. So that would be... what was his name that was in Castaway that talks about a ball all the time? God, whatever his name is. That played Forrest Gump, right? That name. Castaway out your depth, feeling abandoned. Ooh, that is a 2 as well. That's 11. So some of you might feel as if you've been abandoned from a situation. I'm also hearing abandoned ship. So it might be around a 6, or a Capricorn or Gemini, abandoned ship. Anyway, let's see what. Why do they have this card here, please? That is here. So you could be dealing with a life path 7, a Cancerian. My life is sweet. Some of you, it's sweet of the juice and thingy the berry, unless your name's Holly. Okay, but some of you are smoking copious amounts of ganja still. Okay, but someone's very sweet. Okay, but I definitely keep picking up like you might be eating a lot of fruits and vegetables, but sweet of the juice, the berry or whatever they call that. So some of you is very sweet, but they're also making you wait for it as well. Like I'm making you wait for it. I know you want it. I know you want it, baby. Do I make you horny, baby? Do you want it? Draggling Garden. Why do they have this one for? The Death card, Scorpio, and there's the 4 energy that I was saying for a lot of you. Some of you, this is you trying to give up an addiction. Some of you are constantly waiting for a person here. What do they have? Alice in a Sea of Tears. Some of you are with your partner here. There's just a very sacred bond that is very personal between both of you here, for a lot of you. Anyway, I don't really like clarifying those ones because I think they're just sort of nonsense and bullshit, really, to be honest. But we like reading from the cards, right? It just prolongs the energy so you guys watch it longer, to be honest. Anyway, so let's see. Never like being honest, though, right, Leo? So let's see what you've got coming up for March. What have you got coming up for March? March 2022 for Leo. March 2022 for Leo. What have they got coming up? Ooh, the golden brown texture like my son. Some of you are Biden or Bison or my son. Something to do with like your son or grandson, grandchildren, or grand. Some of you, it could be someone from Ireland. To be grand, it's grand. Some of you earn £1,000 a month, £1,000 a month or something like that. Or something that you're like, a grand piano is also what I keep picking up, like some sort of music, making music, piano, synthesizers, all that kind of stuff. A bit like Angel Radio that I do. Let's see, Leo, what they got coming up for March. Well, some of you just feel like your work is kind of like overbearing, okay, overbearing. But there's an overbearing amount, like I keep hearing bearings, ball bearings. Something's around a car or your bike or some sort of clicking noise around ball bearings. But some of you, this person could be under an extremely amount of pressure, like under pressure, okay. So I know that you're going through an extreme amount of burden at the moment, okay. Under enormous amount of pressure. But I don't think it is. Let's see, Leo. So yeah. So for a lot of you, you're just basically working on the relationship that you're in. It's just that your workload is building up, I feel, for a lot of you. That's why I was trying to get a message for what that is, but it didn't really give me one. Or someone's not giving you one. I don't know. But like, Girard, I keep hearing Girard, give over a little bit, come over. Why don't you come over to my place? Hey you, we're having a party. Some of you, it might be something around a birthday party, which could be a Pisces. Mine's on March the 8th. And are you going to come over for my birthday? Can you come over? Okay, something to do with coming over to see you. Let's see. Leo. Keep hearing Bruce Forsyth, someone from like Australia maybe. But like, oh man, what is this? It's very sporadic, Leo. It's kind of like a very general reading of trying to what? Man, I can't pick up any fucking signs of what is going on with you, Leo. Work, under pressure. A lot of you in a relationship. Could be a Gemini, Capricorn. There is distance and worlds apart. Okay, and that there is a distance between you guys. So you more than likely have to travel to see the person. Okay. But continuing. Let's see, Leo. What they got coming up for March, please? What is this, man? There's this overwhelming feeling that I just got a feeling that these cards are not really going to make much sense. It's got to be Libra energy. I don't know. Could be around someone spying and they're watching and waiting out for the person to reach out and you don't. That's good. That's a frustrating energy for a lot of you. Like, say that you're interested in an ex, right? For instance, right? I don't think that's good to ever go back with exes at all. Okay, but say that some of you are kind of like watching out for your ex to come back, but you're actually not reaching out and saying anything. Because this is watching, for someone coming towards me. But I'm not actually asking the question, I'm just asking other people, like tarot card readers, can you tell me if this person's coming back into my life? Can you tell me if, like, can you tell what it is yet? Someone from Australia. But I'm watching to see if someone's coming towards me. But why are you not speaking? There has to be a reason of why you're not, of why there's distance for a lot of you, okay? So there's this energy of like, it is like, I want a relationship. I don't know if the person is with another woman or man, and they might be working on that, okay? We seem to be going in different directions, but I'm just kind of like watching to see if the person's coming towards me for a relationship. So, like I said, for a lot of you, if you want to know about like people, reach out to them. It's no good just watching a tarot card reading to see if, you know, is the inevitable going to ever happen with why people watch tarot. Can you tell me what's coming towards me? Nothing if you're not reaching out. If you're not speaking, what's coming towards me is fuck all. So it must mean that you have children. So for a lot of you, if you have kids and stuff like that, it might be about grandparents and parents and coming over to visit my niece and nephews and stuff like that, right? Meaning that this reading would really be about your parents. And they are basically just wondering, when are my grandkids going to come over? But if any of you are watching and thinking, you know what, I just need to spy on this person to see if they're in a ship or not with someone else. If I say not, you say Pisces. Okay, I want to know if they're in a relationship or not. Well, if you know they are, well, then you already know. But there's this energy of like, I'm wondering, is this person ever going to come back into my life? So I'm just watch and watch and watch and wait and wait and watch to see if it's ever going to happen. But if you have nothing, then what are you going to get? Nothing. So, right, it's a very strange kind of reading, if I'm honest, of around a feeling of like the unknown, and I don't know what's going to happen until I actually do it myself. Right? But let's see. Leo. What's going on with Leo for March 2022? Leo, March 2022. Nine of Cups, Virgo energy. See? Not satisfied until I get what I want. I'm not going to be satisfied until the person comes to me. So I'm just sitting here waiting for my 10 of Cups, but I'm not going to get my 10 of Cups because I, well, probably don't have a choice. I may not be able to reach out to the person. Okay, that's how it needs to be. It's constantly ding, 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 ding. Okay, so like if you guys are like in soulmate situations and you're like, you know what, I have a very strong, deep connection with the person I'm not speaking to, that's a soulmate. That is not a twin flame. Well, twin flames, soulmates are kind of the same. Karmic soulmates are the ones where it goes drastically fucking wrong and you end up not speaking for ages, and then people say, hi Steve, can I have a tarot card reading? We haven't spoken 12 years and can you tell me how the person thinks? Fucking nothing. That you've gone. Right? So if nobody really knows a direction at all, that's because people are not speaking here. Okay? If you're not speaking. Okay? But I'm also picking up like something to do with your auntie or uncle. Okay, the man from Auntie or the Del Monte or the name Del or Derek or Dan or Danielle or Danny or Dan. Okay, but there's a lot of this wandering energy. Virgo is a wandering energy because it means, why are we here? Virgos always have a question of feeling, why are we here? What is the answer to life? What is it do I feel about you? Do I feel in denial? Am I getting anywhere? Will I get anything? Why is it that I am still connected to a person that I'm not speaking to? Why is that? I have a feeling for someone, but they won't speak to me. Why is that? It's a Virgo energy. A feeling of purgatory. Okay. I'm lost with you and without you, and I don't know what to do with you or without you, young man. Okay. So it's an energy. That is why this has been doing my fucking head in trying to do your reading and work it out. It's because I think a lot of you here are actually not really communicating. Okay, you're actually not. Okay. Let's see. Leo. What they got coming up for March? 8, yourselves, Leo Aquarius. It's kind of like, oh no, I can't be bothered, fuck it. I can't be bothered. I know that I have to go towards someone, but what I'm watching tarot for is the person going to come towards me? But you don't watch tarot to find out what comes towards you. Why are you not go-getters? Okay. So there's this energy of where I really can't pick up any signs of you lot doing much, or the other person really doing, like, if you're communicating with someone, this isn't a reading for you so far. It will probably come out over on YouTube, over on Patron. But as I can pick up at the moment, right, you got like 2, 8, 16, and then 17, so it's 8 again. Sorry, yeah, 8. So it's kind of like, man, are you talking? Like, are you speaking? Because if this is X, and someone's already with another person, then, like I said, there's an energy of I don't know. But if you guys do know, well, then you already know, right? If you don't know, then why is it that you're not reaching out and asking, like, are you in a relationship? Are you ever thinking about coming back at any point, right? A lot of people, when they're connected via denial, okay, or Daniel, or Dan, but when they're connected via denial, okay, you can jump ship straight into something that you go into like a rebounds, and you jump ship and you go straight into something that ends up showing you the same lesson. So you go round a hell loop, okay? So you end up sitting waiting for communication of someone that is a karmic soulmate, because you are constantly supposed to be in contact, okay? So talking, speaking, being with each other all the time. I was explaining this to a personal reading that I just had, and it's very important to listen up, okay? So feminine and masculine, okay? On your journey, okay, towards ascension, you will get someone that could be extremely masculine, right? Extremely masculine, and they do their own thing and they don't pay any attention to you whatsoever. It's because they're extremely masculine towards you, okay? So then when you have extreme feminine constantly watch out to see why the masculine fucked off and went their own direction and won't pay any attention to you. So that makes it what? Unfair advantage, Libra energy, and maybe not paying me any attention because I'm extremely masculine that doesn't fit your extreme feminine energy. So you go through karmic situations. When you ascend, when you meet someone, you meet them of what? Physical energy of more equality, right? Which means the feminine has an equal approach to also having a slight amount of masculinity about the feminine. The masculine has a slight amount of femininity to its masculine energy. It's equal, okay? That's why you get very mixed up when you are in a relationship, okay? Because I'll go on to other stories for you guys that are not going through this, right? But like, you'll find that when you evolve, that the person you eventually meet, there won't be no backwards and forwards, there won't be no fucking leaving, there'll be no kind of like very bitty communication and sitting back having to wait for the person to fucking reach out and speak to you, because you won't feel nervous, you won't feel codependent, you won't feel bored or frustrated, because the person will have the same quality of masculine and feminine as what you will, okay? So that means, what does it mean? That it works very well, okay? But if this is explaining to me where you guys are really not speaking to someone that much, and you guys here, because this will show me X energies here, and for you guys that are kind of sitting back waiting to find out answers of someone that may have gone their own way, it's kind of like, well, I'm getting frustrated and bored and waiting, and I really don't know what to do, so I need to find out what? Myself. I need to find out myself. You're an 8, okay? So I need to find out myself. So, give me one more card, please, for Leo. One more card for Leo for March 2022 for Leo. So, where are you headed, Leo? To the 7 of Cups. Metaphysical. It really is. The metaphysical can't be explained, because you will feel a certain way, but physically you won't be in that energy. So you'll dream, you'll think, you'll scheme. When's it going to happen? How long is time? Time seems to be going by and I'm still doing the same shit, and I'm still waiting on an energy of not doing anything. I feel hypnotically drawn towards the person I'm not speaking to. When are they going to speak to me? When are they not going to speak to me? Okay, I can do nothing but think about the person and desire after them, but it comes across also as very creepy, because someone here could be lingering around someone else's energy waiting to pounce, watching out to find out if other people have other options in life. Did you choose someone else other than me? Why is that? Because of codependent energy. It's not loyal, okay, or Laura, or Lucy, or Louise, or Louisiana, or Polly, or Pollyann, okay, but it's an energy of like, no, I'm loyal to a T, so I have to stick in there by keep forcing it upon other people to wait to see if I'm an option. Will I ever be an option? Okay, so for a lot of you, this is just explaining to me about metaphysical connection of denial. Not speaking, not talking, sitting and waiting, feeling, sure, no one can deny your feelings, only another person can deny your feelings, okay? Because if they don't have the same feelings as what you do, your awakening will make you feel as if the other person actually does. But if they're not communicating with you, is that true feelings and emotions if they're not speaking? So as a feminine energy, or even a masculine, but as a feminine energy, if you guys are not reaching out, you feel a certain way, but that's more optical illusion. That is rose-tinted glasses that you may have for the person. That is where you're just watching them and watching out to find out if you or the other person is ever really going to be an option. Okay, so you feel hypnotically drawn to a person that you're not speaking to. So what does it make it? Karmic. A karmic energy. Karmic soulmate, growth. Okay, spiritual growth, lessons. 1 in 7. Okay, polar. Bipolar, Paul. Okay, could be a Cancerian here, right? But like, you know, because it feels like boredom, if I'm honest. Like I'm bored just sitting back and waiting for something to happen. Okay, it's a still energy of purgatory. When's it going to come? When is my day going to come where I can have a perfect outcome in life? But a 9 is Virgo. It can be very difficult to satisfy to get that to that 10 because it never reaches a 10. Okay, so it's a lot of like, well, I can do nothing but just wait until next week to see if there's going to be communication. I can do nothing really just to wait until next month to see if something's going to happen. But it isn't, because I'm not creator of my own destiny, which you are. You have to go towards what you want. If it's told no, you know an answer. If it's told yes, there's a yes answer, okay? But if there is no question and there is no answer, then what are you getting for your time? Fuck all. Which is why this is an absolute load of bollocks. Don't you dare stop now. You will receive after you survive. Do whatever the fuck you need to do right now to keep going. Stop the world. You got this. Just believe in yourself. You can do anything. Which means that if you want to communicate, Katie, I also keep hearing Katie or Cat. Okay. This is a load of bollocks, really. Okay. Because it means don't stop, but you never do stop. Okay. But if there's a codependent energy that where you know that you should really stop doing it, then, you know. So this to me would relate to things like diet. Okay. And stopping smoking. Okay. But like if this is to do with stalking and spying or fear, well then there are certain elements that you actually do need to stop. Okay. Let's get you one more card of these of representing, can you give me any kind of signs of advice, please, for Leo? Advice for Leo through this reading that they've got here. What would the advice be given to you, Spirit? What would the advice that you would give Leo? What would be the advice that you would give Leo? Okay. You don't have anything to prove to anybody. Okay, you don't. This could be the other person. The shark of sea assurance. Once you love yourself completely, you will understand you are not here to prove anything to anyone, unless it's to defend the fact you did not leave that huge turd in the loo. Huge shit. So basically what it's saying to me here is once you love yourself completely, you will understand that it's not here to prove anything. Like, you don't have to prove your love to another person. If they prove their love to you by actions, responses, they talk to you all the time, then you don't have to prove yourself to the person because it's being proved. But if what you'll keep searching for is proof, but you're not getting answers, well, then this means that the fact is that you're not asking them. Okay, so it means that, you know, you don't have to stop, but if you're not asking questions, it means that you've got to ask. Okay, but understand you are not here to prove anything to anyone unless it's to defend the fact you did not leave the huge turd in the loo. Okay, so if you've had a shit, or you're thinking you're just an arsehole, you're an absolute shit turd of, you know, you don't do anything, you don't give me anything. Do you know, it's like, you know, are you a turd and do you want to be flushed or not? Okay, if it's money and flush, do you want to be flush? If you do, then you need to work. Okay, but anyway, what we will do is go on the other side, because I think I'm kind of lost here of what this story is really representing, because sometimes on here the story doesn't tell me too much of the actual story until I start drawing you more cards and clarifying them what it's about. I can only give you a story of what's here, okay? And it's the same for everybody. So if you want to join, the full access bundle is obviously where you get everything. The first tier, where this goes, because it goes to both, is like $3 or $4. I can't remember. It's really not too much. But they do add a slight amount of tax to it, so it goes up a little bit from what I put it as. So it's about $3 or $4, I think, for tier 1. Tier 2 is where we're going to do the karmic value number after the monthlies, your numbers that come together to make your karmic experience with a person. So you look out for the number of your 2 life paths added together. That's what we're going to be doing on the full access bundle next week, okay? But at the moment, this goes to both tiers, but it does tell you all about it in the video and explains it all over there anyway if you're lost. If you want a personal reading, email is provided below. Okay, thank you so much, Leo. I really do appreciate it, guys, and let's see what your month is going to bring.